Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As always, it's a pleasure to be back with you guys. Today the video that I have for you is speaking about the crossroads. This is something I have been asked many times in the comments. People asking me, when I do a service for Papa Legba, do I place it in the crossroads? Can I go to the crossroads to petition Papa Legba for blessings, for financial blessings? Can I go to the crossroads to petition spirits? Those are the questions that I get, and many more. Well, for those who do not know, what is the crossroads? The crossroads are where two roads meet, meaning a road coming this way and another road coming that way, forming a cross. That is where the spiritual world and the material world meet. The reason why I'm doing this video is I am receiving a lot of emails and comments in regards to the crossroads, people going to the crossroads to petition spirits, not knowing exactly how this works. I always say that it's very important that anything that you guys are going to do, make sure that someone's guiding you. Make sure that someone's teaching you the proper way of doing these things. Even though I personally would not send anyone to the crossroads unless they have to deposit anything there to break a certain magic and so forth. But otherwise, I would not advise anyone by themselves to go to the crossroad, especially at midnight. At midnight in the crossroads, you can find a lot of spirits, yes, but the majority of spirits that you will find on a crossroad at midnight are not good. You may go to petition Papa Legba, but at 12 midnight, it might not be Papa Legba, the one that will answer your call. This is where these two worlds meet. And you have to understand that if you do not know the correct way to call, and I am not going to show you how to do it for spiritual reasons and to protect you guys and to guide you to do things correctly, I do not advise you on going to the crossroads, especially at midnight or at any time whatsoever. If you do not know, if you don't have the experience or do not know exactly how this works, I do not advise you going to the crossroads and just petitioning for spirits. It can be very dangerous. You might call the spirits to come and help you or to give you more psychic abilities or whatever it is, because I have heard so many different things that people go to a crossroads and petition. The problem is that the one that may answer your petition or your call might not necessarily be a good spirit or a spirit of light, because at 12 midnight you are not going to find a spirit of light on the crossroad. That is one thing that you need to be aware of. And with everything that you do, it's so important that you use common sense and that you follow your intuition. But I mean, listen to your intuition. Because if you think going at 12 midnight to the crossroads and petition, some go to petition for riches. So I always say to use common sense. Going to the crossroads at 12 midnight to petition a spirit for wealth. It's not a spirit of light that's going to answer your call. And the risk that you're running here is that on your way back home, you might find that you're not going home alone, that a spirit might be following you home. And then you might take this attachment to your home, to your family, and think that Papa Legba is creating all this problem. If it was Papa Legba that you petition, you may think that Papa Legba is creating all this problems, and you say, I will never work with Papa Legba again because Papa Legba turned my life upside down. And it was not necessarily Papa Legba that did this to you. It was an earthbound spirit or a dark entity, because there are really dark entities there too. And you might take these spirits home. So it's very important for you guys to be careful. Do not go and deposit anything on the crossroads unless you're being guided by a spiritual teacher. You have to be extremely careful. And like I say, I get many comments on people saying I went to the crossroads and they do not even know the proper protocol on how to do these things. They just go home and wait to see what happens, and things start happening. I've had people email me that after they have been to the crossroads, they go home and they start hearing sounds at night, things falling, doors opening, and all sorts of things. The spirit world can be extremely dangerous if you do not have the experience working with spirits. There's a dark side and there's a side of light. You must acquire experience to be able to call on spirits, petition spirits. And this is not done from one day to the other, as I'm always advising you guys to take your time to just go learning. I mean, the more you learn, the better. And that is what I'm here for, to teach you. I have to give you the warnings too, because in a lot of websites you see, go to the crossroads and do this and that, but they don't warn you. They do not warn you on what you can encounter there. Tell you, go to the crossroads at midnight. You read a book that said to go to the crossroads at midnight and do this and do that and call on spirits and take this offering. I mean, you know how many spirits are hungry for attention. It's like going into a dark cave and not knowing what you're going to find. You have to be very careful. I personally, unless I have to, would not go to the crossroads at 12 midnight. Unless I have to. And prior to going, I prepare myself. When I get back home, I also cleanse myself. But I'm always guided by my spirits. I do not go alone, because I go in the company of my spirits, but I know what to do before and after. And this takes time. Because the thing is, why I'm so careful in what I teach you guys is because if I teach you how to go to the crossroads, I bet that 10 out of 15 will immediately go to the crossroads without analyzing everything that was taught to them. And then they come back, this and this happened to me. That is why I am very careful as to what I teach you, and I take you step by step. But you must be very careful. I taught you in another video how to service Papa Legba. You do not have to go to the crossroads. You can service him in your home. Another thing, when you do the service, when you prepare the service for Papa Legba on Mondays, and afterwards you want to remove the candy or whatever food you have given him, you do not have to go to a crossroad and deposit it. The candy, you can deposit it in a corner, and the food, you can just throw it in the garbage. That is fine. You do not have to go to the crossroads to deposit anything unless you are guided by a spiritual teacher. So I hope this has answered many questions of my viewers that have asked, emailed me, posted in the comments below as to if they should go to the crossroads to petition Papa Legba, if they can go to the crossroads to become rich. I've gotten that one a lot. I have gotten that question a lot. To make a pact, that is the scariest word I have ever heard. You do not want to make a pact with anything at all. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you, and love and light.